Hey everyone, it's Sage from Sage Light Healing. I don't really have a lot to say to kick this off. I think we just need to dive right in. There's a lot of stuff coming through, have been coming through. I've been trying to have a lazy day all day and see what those have to say. I've had I was trying to watch a movie, my TV turned off on me twice. Spirit is very much like, we have something we need to say, and it's coming through very strong. So here I am. We're gonna start with the two that just dropped. This is my rune deck to start. We've got two in reverse. We've got Perthro and we've got Tiwaz. Yikes. Okay, we're having a lot of doubt. So the translations for this deck, we have Initiation, we have Warrior. The thing about Perthro is it's like taking a chance. It's new opportunities, rolling the dice. It being in reverse means you have a lot of insecurities around this chance that you have been thinking about taking, but I don't know, you're very afraid. And then the Warrior rune, Tiwaz, again, this was in reverse. Right side up, Tiwaz is very strong protector energy. It is standing up for what is right, what you believe in. It's a strong sense of right and wrong, moral justice. The reverse of that is not necessarily that you don't believe in those things, but you have you're feeling very stuck, very weak. You feel like you don't have the strength you need to stand up for whatever situation it is that this is talking about right now. There is a new opportunity that is trying to come in, and you're scared of it. Perthro also, rune of chance, it's also the rune of the unknown, the mystery, embracing the next step without knowing what the next step is. So there's you have a lot of indecision you're battling with right now. But what is this about? What is this? Who is this for? You know, my readings tend to be for other people who are developing their psychic gifts or intuitive gifts. But this could be for whoever it resonates with. So there's this major decision you are standing on the precipice of, but you're having a lot of doubt. There's definitely a third party, an outside party coming. Like, the energy is you have somebody who took a shot, what feels like out of left field, and is coming at you sideways, and it has rocked your whole world. And you just don't know what the right step is now. They kind of just, okay. So this is over money. This whole issue is over money. This is Fehu. It just pulled in reverse. This does not mean it can mean a lack of money. It can mean a lack of wealth. It can mean a lot of blocks. In this instance, I think whatever this situation is in, this new opportunity you have, it could bring you huge potential for growth financially, like everything. But the person coming at you sideways, it's not even that this situation will stop their growth, but in their heads, I don't know if it's more than one person, they have convinced themselves that if you take this opportunity and you succeed, that somehow means they won't. I don't exactly understand what the correlation here is. So there's actually this is a money block on you right now, which is kind of a bummer that's the approach this third party has taken. I don't know. This is I don't know if it's a new job or if it's a big move. You have an opportunity. Maybe it's going away to school for a career that you've always wanted, and somebody is afraid of you. If you leave, you won't come back. There's definitely a fear of being left behind. There's a huge fear of being left behind. And that's a big driver for this third party. And they're allowing it to influence them in such a negative way that they are now trying to put blocks on you. And that is, man, everything is coming up, and I keep flipping my deck over too to try and stop it. Everything's coming up in reverse. Okay, so we have Awaz. Pops up here for defense. This came in reverse. So Awaz is more than just defense. Awaz is the rune of magic. It's also the rune of rebirth. This opportunity for you is a step in the right direction. It's a step in a direction to the new you. But because of all the things that are going on right now, it's got you questioning. Your defenses are down right now. You don't know which way is up. You don't know which way to turn because there's this energy coming in that's confusing you. So your defenses are down. Your step into your rebirth feels like it's been all of a sudden put on hold. And it's such, like, I keep coming back to it. It's just such a shame. We had another card here. Okay. But this one we pulled right side up. This is Ingwas. Here it says fertility. So Ingwas is, there's two fertility runes. This is the male energy fertility rune. It is literally taking action. It is the time to step forth. Action is upon us. There's the other one, the partner rune with this is Berkana, which is the rune of motherhood. It's the rune of gestation. Is that the right word? Gestation. It's carrying an idea with you until it's ready to be born, essentially. And then Ingwas is the rune of actively bringing that idea to the world. So we're past the idea forming. Like, this is, you are on the verge. Okay, and here's why this is coming through. This is so, because as you're listening to this, I feel like you're questioning, okay, but is my idea fully ready? Is this decision, am I fully ready? Like, do I need to rethink it a little bit more? Is there something I'm missing? No. The answer is no. There's nothing that you are missing. There's no more, you have to think on it, you have to build it out. You've built out your whole plan. You are ready to take the next step. And this energy is trying to confuse you into thinking whether or not it's the right next step. And they're saying, no, this is it. This is the action. This is the time of action. And you're on the right path. You need to just remember that, hold faith, because let's try flipping this deck again. The energy that's got you questioning everything, that just feels like you feel like you got sucker punched in the gut. It's not your energy. And without sounding callous, because we're not trying to sound callous, we don't not care about this third party. This third party is not someone that, wants to see us fail. It's not out of spite. It's a little out of spite, but it's like a spite love thing. You know how they say there's a fine line between love and hate? This is somebody who cares. They're just so caught up in their own stuff right now, and they're so afraid of being left behind that it's coming out against you, and that is not your problem. That's where I was kind of going with my original statement, and then I sidetracked myself. A little bit of ADD. So I'm going to bust out my other deck in just a second, because I like my rune deck for identifying the problem, and then my chakra healing cards for like, okay, so now that we know what we're dealing with, where can we go from there? It's definitely time for you to just say, no, I need to do this for me. You've put a lot of time and energy into supporting those around you, and just really cheering people on. You are a cheerleader. I hear that. You are a cheerleader. You have always been the biggest supporter of all those around you. And now it's your turn. It's your turn to do something for yourself, to take that step. You've been putting all your blood, sweat, and tears into this. And this final test, this test for you is not about, am I doing the right thing? It's about sticking to your guns and making the decision for yourself, and having faith that it'll work out for all. It's really about pushing. This is all about pushing your self-doubt. You can't have any doubt with taking this step. You need to know this is not even just what you want, but this is what's supposed to happen. Okay. So we have Iwas. This says movement. Here's the thing about this particular rune, though. The literal translation of this rune is horse and rider. So yes, it can indicate, and let me back up. It popped up reverse, and we're gonna talk about that for just a second. It can indicate forward motion, horse and rider, progress, taking steps. Big thing about this rune is it tends to indicate a partnership, because it's the trust between the horse and rider. It's two beings working together to get towards a common goal. This popping up in reverse is talking about the end of the partnership with this third party. Now, here's the thing about that. It might sound super negative. It might sound like, oh my gosh, we're never going to speak again. Like, this is we're at the end of the line. And on some hand, it could play out that way if that's how that party chooses. But this is bigger than that. This is a karmic ending. This is you and this third party have gone as far as you can go as partners together, and that's okay. And it's time to release that partnership because you're both ready to take steps on your own. This person might not realize that yet. And yes, there might be a break in conversation or communication or a connection for a while when you officially announce, like, this is what you're doing. You're sticking with this decision that is going to better your life because you've been working towards it for the last however many years, and you've done your homework, you've put in the time, you're ready to take this step. Yes, you need to be prepared that this person, recognizing that the partnership is coming to an end, might take space from you for a while. Won't be for forever. They will come back around eventually, but right now it's too much for them to handle, and they have to do what they have to do to heal themselves and to cope and to process. And we don't want to wish anything negative upon them, right? That's not what we're here for. We just don't want to be receiving negativity because they're angry that this is where the road has finally come to. So I want to pull one more here, and then we're going to quickly swap over to, I don't feel like I'm going to have a lot to pull from the chakra deck because I feel like even just saying all of this out loud has been very helpful. It's like, I don't know, you're fighting the flow. This flew out in reverse. This is Laguz. Laguz is the rune of psychic intuition. It's the cosmic flow of the universe. This being in reverse. Oh, this is actually, okay. You're saying to yourself, okay, I'm feeling, there's a feeling of stuckness here. There's two sides that are blocking this flow. One is you, because you're doubting yourself. One is you're doubting yourself. You're doubting, is this the right decision? You're definitely, like, you have that little bit of guilt because it's a big decision for you to take this step, and you do feel bad, like you are leaving this person behind a little bit. But that's not for you to carry, but you're not listening. You have been receiving all the signs, and they're like, no, you need to just, like, you need to let this play out. You need to go with the flow. You need to trust. All of your intentions have been in the right place. You need to trust that this is going to play out exactly how it's supposed to. The other blockage is on this person. This other person is also very intuitive and is tapped in, but is not listening. And their guides are screaming at them right now because they're kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, it's like there's so much yelling on the other side for them. But they're like a beaver putting a dam in. Like, you're like, you're trying to, like, unstopper this river of energy and forward movement for you. And you're like, as fast as you're digging the rocks and the mud out of this river, they're like putting stuff in to try and stopper it up. So it's a double block, which is a pain in the butt. All you can do with that is just really double down on your own energy, your own flow, and really holding, how do I say this? Knowing in your gut that what you are working towards is not meant to attack them. Like, you are not coming out of a place of darkness or negativity or trying to hold someone back. Like, your intentions are pure and you are on the right track. And you just have to have faith that because you hold goodness in your heart for them, for you, for anyone else who's involved, you have to have faith that that is enough. And that's been a hard one for you to swallow, which I get. When things blow up and things go wrong and you've got somebody just kind of coming at you out of nowhere, and it is enough to really make you doubt yourself. But you have to know, I'm not doing this out of a hateful place. I'm not doing this to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to take the next step forward. And I want, whoever's freaking out right now to see that it's going to work out in the long run for both of us. And if that other party, it feels like they're hitting wall after wall after wall after wall, It's not your job to break those walls down for them. It's their job to figure out why they can't find the door in the room that they're stuck in. You know what I mean? Like they say a lot, if you just find yourself hitting wall after wall, it's because you are trying to go down the path that your guides don't want you to go down. So at some point in time, you need to just look around you and change directions. And that is their message. That's their lesson in this. It's not for you to bring that to them, but just have faith in knowing for yourself. So that being said, determination. We have shifted into, okay, we understand the problem here. We understand what this situation is going on. What can I do? You need to hold fast, and you need to keep your determination. Do not let this sway you. Definitely 100%, whatever you do to set your boundaries energetically, sage, white light, the mirror shielding. If you guys are interested in that, I can happily make a little video explaining how to build a mirror shield. Whatever you got to do, self-mastery. So this kind of goes with what I was just saying about strengthening your own energy, but this is about, sorry, I'm like, there's a lot coming in here. Understanding how to let go. And it's not, man, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't even want to come out. I feel like I'm fighting to get it out. True surrender to the universe, which is something that every religious belief, spiritual belief talks about surrendering. No matter whether they say universe or they say God, whatever it is, they talk about surrendering to that divine knowing, right? True surrender is just not being attached to exactly how it plays out. The end game will be the same. The end result, where you end up, that is going to happen regardless of how it happens. There's not a question mark about that. So true surrender is just saying, you know what? I don't need to know how this is going to play out. I just need to know it will. And as you do that, as we do that, right? As intuitives, as psychics, as just people on this earth walk, our own, like, you see how all of these chakras on this card are completely lit up. They are active. They are centered. This is, as the more you do that, the stronger your energy flow is. And that is how we develop mastery, true self-mastery. So that went really large very quickly. It went from just being determined to get through this situation to, no, this is a little bit of a divine test for you. And that's okay. We get tested all the time. They're always out to be like, how are you doing? You know, it's like, it's like grade school with pop quizzes, but it's life and it's energy. And ooh, we got a couple here. Let me see. Okay, so some things you can continue to do for yourself in this situation. We have play. This is all about holding on to your joy. It's not even finding your joy. You are a very joyful person. I can feel that just as we're talking here. You have joy. Don't let this person rob you of it. There is a lot of envy here. There's a lot of deep-rooted envy. Not at yes, at the situation, but this envy that's coming through right now is actually about your ability to find the light in any situation. Ooh, that came through really strong. And there's like, this person is somebody who really struggles with not being swallowed by darkness their whole life. And you have always been the bright spot. There's a huge fear that if you are no longer tied at the hip, that bright spot will disappear. There's been a lot of anger as well over the years, not at you, at themselves, but it's come out at you. And you are probably sitting here feeling like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, you recognize what I'm saying about being joyful and always finding the light, the silver lining, like always finding the fun in every situation. Like, you understand what I'm talking about, but you're having a hard time with this has been a source of contention because this person has always made you feel bad about that. This person has always actually tried to put you down and make you feel silly and small because you have that ability, but it was out of envy. So there's some deeper rooted stuff in this situation than just this surface issue. But this ability to play and to find your light and to find your love is what makes you you. Don't let anyone try and steal that from you. And the other one here is universal light. And the reason this came together, because these were together, your ability is to always see the light. Your ability to have fun, to find fun, to make light, to make jokes, to be silly, to always be on an adventure, even when things feel dark and dim, is how you continue to find the light in the hard times. This is such a gift, and it's so needed, especially in the world right now as it is. Don't let this person try to rob you of that. They're on the fence about trying to. I'm not going to say they're going to, but they're on the fence about trying to wipe this out of you if you're really going to walk away from them. And we don't need that. Don't let them do that. Whew, that came through so strong. And it's been hard. Coming back to meditation, this popped up in the last reading that I did. They want you to connect more. They want you to step into a stronger connection, you and your guides. They want you to go to where you are meant to go in your head to strengthen them, because your knowledge base is about to like skyrocket. Like you're about like the leveling up here, and it's through your dreams. You do a lot of dream work. You probably, and when I say dream work, I mean you're the kind of person that has these wild adventure dreams that you can't explain. It's like you're going to sleep and there's a movie playing in your head every night, and it's like other worlds, and you're on missions, and you're doing, believe me, I understand because I've been there. I do the same thing. And the other thing with being a dream worker is you have a lot of people come and tell you stuff in your dreams that is true to real life, and it freaks you out. I can feel that energy. You're like, whoa. It's part of your gifts. Embrace it. It's also going to be how you connect more strongly to your guides, like they're asking you to. And they're asking you to tap into your inner strength. Again, these two came together. There's a more literal message here. Your dream work is one of your strengths. You need to be practicing activating it more to continue along this path. All right, I feel like we need one final card. I always like to, so we're gonna ask Spirit or guides, ancestors, gods, goddesses, whoever you communicate with. What is our closing remark here? This was a really long reading. It was super needed though. It feels very clarifying. And I'm glad that I listened to them and got off my butt and decided to make this video. What is our final message here? Oh my gosh. Okay. Inner child. So connecting to your inner child kind of goes a little bit with joy, play, but it's also about creating a space for yourself to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You don't have to harden yourself to the world. Oh, this message is not for you. Sorry, this message, well, it is and it isn't. This message is also for the third party. This third party is somebody who very much believes emotion is weakness, attachment is weakness, relying on others is weakness. They have a fear of being vulnerable. They have completely shut down their inner child, completely. And they're so disconnected, and they are so lost, and there's so many gaping wounds that they feel like they are drowning in it. And this, they're not telling you this to fix this. They're not telling you this to fix this. They are telling you this to be able to offer yourself understanding. You don't have to forgive them. You don't have to let them walk all over you, but for your peace of mind to understand where they're at, so you can continue to remain neutral and not develop anger and hate over this situation that's blowing up. Yes, I know it. it's dinner time, and so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. They're letting you know where this other person truly stands, so that way you don't have to carry anger and hate in your heart. That only brings down the vibrations for everyone involved, and because you have the inner light, you don't have to let them walk all over. You don't have to fix it for them. You can just hold that light for both of you, so that way at some point in the future, when this person finally comes back around because they are in need of that light, you can offer it to them. Whew. Okay, that was super intense. Again, I'm Sage from Sage Light Healing. If you have any questions about everything we just covered today, by all means, please comment, send me a message. I do virtual and phone readings, and I would love to dive deeper into this with anyone that it resonated with. So yeah, have an awesome day and best of luck with everything that's going on right now.